Hey, this is Matt Wall, Location and Site Selection Advisor with Sterling Properties Group based in Charlotte. We're here again with this week's video, Site Selection A to Z. Today's video is brought to you by the letter H, and today we're going to talk about height, as in building height. So a lot of the assignments I've been working over the past several years have been for freestanding uses. There are a lot of automotive service users or fast food users or other retailers. And most of these corporate clients have a basic design prototype that they try to replicate site after site. Often these buildings are 20 to 25 feet along most of the building length, and they could also have a pitched roof or a tower element in the front that might be upwards of 30 feet in height. So when you're looking at sites that are part of another development like a mixed-use center or a shopping center or in a particular zoning designation, there are always height restrictions that limit how tall a building can be. For example, we've worked on many shopping center outparcels where you have an anchor like Walmart or Target or some major grocery. When these developments are designed, the developer often sets forth rules on how all the tenants and users get along and maintain order within the overall site. Most often these guidelines are called CCRs, which stands for Covenants, Codes, and Restrictions. They're also sometimes called REAs, which stands for Reciprocal Easement Agreements. It's within these legal documents that the developer and the anchor will typically establish the design guidelines for that and limitations of how big and how tall your building can be when it sits in front of their retail stores. And one of the biggest concerns outside of whether you're competing with them for business is whether the building you develop will impact their visibility since they're sitting all the way behind you. So Walmart in one particular instance has a building height restriction of 24 feet. If your prototype has a 30-foot maximum height, you either need to get that approved by Walmart or you need to change your prototype to fit the 24-foot height restriction. And also, the city or town you're working in will always have design development guidelines contained in their zoning ordinance. You'll want to review these with your client's building plans in mind. So knowing what your client wants to build ahead of time, you can research whether there are any of the building height restrictions, either based on the underlying zoning or with the developer or with your anchors that are going to impact what you want to do on this site. And as you are presenting a site to your client, they're able to evaluate whether they can use their prototype or whether they'll need to do a special design to fit within that particular location. So pro tip, if you're looking at buying an outparcel to a mixed-use development or a shopping center, you want to read closely how the height is measured. Often it will be based not just on the building height itself, but also in relation to the FFE, or the finished floor elevation of the anchor stores. Also, if you have HVAC units on the roof of your building, is the height of any required screening of those units included in the height restrictions? These are details, and details that you'll want to research because they'll definitely matter. So that's H for height, site selection A to Z. I hope that was helpful. Please share your thoughts on the topic. This is Matt Wall with Sterling Properties Group, signing out.